Hey, bona edolobheni ukuthi kwenzakalani, bonani edolobheni namhlanje.
We are here on Kampu. We are waiting in Gizwe, Jacinta, and Pagana Pagat. When they come here, we're gonna deal with them because we ran away.
A minibus taxi overturned about 4 a.m. All the passengers died on the scene and they were all foreign nationals.
Umsebenzi wase-Home Affairs on Monday uphethe utshwala.
What Department of Education National kutholakale ukuthi kunama ghost workers aholelwayo imali engango 22,000. Lawo ma ghost workers shuthi kahle kahle othisha.
Said, man, we know him. He's involved in human trafficking. He trafficked people from Swaziland, Mozambique, to South Africa. And I said, where is he taking them? I said, sell them at farms and the construction companies building RDP houses.
2024, the ANC ayiwinanga ngoba iwine amavote. I-ANC ngo-2024 I was a party agent, number one. So i-ANC into eyenzile bekugijinywa lapho yeso kufuneka abantu la isipayizi sekhona ingalise abantu abaningi ukuthi bagcine bengavote yawina after ama-election isebenza kanje no-IEC no-Home Affairs. So after ama-election kuthiwa kunama-idea u-2000 angavotwanga ithathe i-IEC ithi boo ANC.
There was these vigilantism people who came to intimidate our people here. This is a barbaric actions which I'm asking the government of South Africa and the government of Malawi to speed up so that these people you see here must be evacuated here and go back home.
Welcome back to my channel. In this video you'll see it's a compilation. There are so many clips inside, different people who are saying a lot of different things. You will see what we have people from Malawi that are stuck there in Sherwood. They've been there for days because of apparently they are waiting for buses, and we know that they have limited buses, so it takes time, as they said on the news that it will take some days, some weeks, because of the number of transport that they are using or that they have. They also asked the government of South Africa or anyone to assist with transport so that we will speed up the process fast. And also yesterday I was watching the episode from the SMWX channel, and I saw this episode Yaga Mzilikazi wa Africa, and then I decided to get some few clips from it, because at the end of it there's a story that he was telling, something that actually happened to him. So it's part of this video. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so that each and every time we bring you content like this one, it comes to you as a notification. And also please feel free to share your comment at home so that you can understand what at home. What do you think about things that are taking place or happening here in South Africa? Okay, let's go.
In the middle of Kruger National Park, hoping that the lions will finish the job.
Sure.
But
did you have a knife or a gun?
No, I didn't have anything. It's the funniest thing. So I got that story from a press release, police press release. I used to be a crime reporter when I started. So the press release, I think it was 2 paragraphs. A minibus taxi overturned about 4 a.m. All the passengers died on the scene and they were all foreign nationals. 4 a.m., foreign nationals. So the press release is sent to all the journalists. So I kept this press release. Something was bothering me. Like, something does not add up. So the wreck of the taxi was kept at Komatipoort police station.
Sure.
So one day I went to Komatipoort police station. I took the reg number of that wreck and I tried to find out who's the owner of this. Why was this guy ferrying foreign national at 4 a.m. and where was he rushing to? And then I pick up that the gentleman, the owner of the guy, the taxi was a businessman by the name of John Joseph Nkuna. So I went to my contact at Nelspruit police station, because at the time I was working for African Eye News in Nelspruit. And then I went to my contact. I said, do you know this guy, this Nkuna guy? He said, man, we know him. He's involved in human trafficking. He trafficked people from Swaziland, Mozambique, to South Africa. And they said, where is it taking them? I said, sell them at farms and the construction companies building RDP houses. That's all we know. And every time we catch him, he pays a spot fine. So at the time, I think he had paid about 6 different spot fine. So I led to the guy, where is he picking up these people? They said, we know there's a park in Maputo where he's picking up people, and there's a place somewhere in Swaziland, but we are not sure of the place in Swaziland. So I said, where in Maputo is this time? So he gave me the description. And then I said to the investigating officer, I said, I'd like to try this. He said, what? I said, I want to go there, be picked up, and follow the whole process. He said, are you crazy? Even as a police, we can't do that nonsense. So I said, I will try me.
So you were going to try be one of the people who was trafficked effectively?
I did. So the police officer realized that I was really serious. He said, okay, I'll drop you at Komatipoort police station.
Yeah.
What's that border code? At Komatipoort border post. Then you go to Maputo on by yourself. But if you die, it's none of my problem. You've been... So I go there. I go to the park as was described, and then this guy came to me and said, hey, Lavanti Rojon, do you want to work in Joburg? I said, yeah. So he said, what's your skill? I said, no, I know a little bit of computer. So he said, fine. So in the evening, they took us to we're 16.
Yeah.
They took us to a safe house in Rosana Garcia. Rosana Garcia is the small town on the border of Komatipoort in South Africa. So we kept at that safe house there. And then in the middle of the night, then we were forced to jump the border to South Africa. After jumping the border to South Africa, we're taken to another safe house in Tonga, Block B, somewhere. It's a small village around there. So then we're in the safe house. Then we are called one by one to the main house. So when you're called to the main house, you stand against the wall. They ask you your name. They ask for your skills, and then they strip you because they want to see if you're not crossing over with something valuable or something. So when it was my turn to be stripped, I resisted. Why? Because I had enough money that I could even buy a first-class ticket from Mozambique to South Africa. I had a passport. A passport, I stuck it in my trouser here.
Oh, sure.
And I had the money stuck in my... I had the money stuck in my trouser, the passport stuck in my underwear. They said strip, I refused. And they pinned me down, they stripped me, and my passport fell out. They searched my trouser, they could find money, enough money. Like I said, there was enough money to buy a first-class ticket from Maputo to Johannesburg. And the guy, the owner, that Nkuna guy, was angry. Beat me up. Who are you? So I said to him, I'm an undercover police officer. I'm doing... they're looking at the human trafficking. So they beat me up, and then he used a whole handler to beat me up, and then they loaded me in the back of a buggy with 2 guys with AK-47, and I'm lying there on the floor. I'm bruised, I'm bleeding. They drove because all I know is that they spoke to someone at the gate, and now I later it was Malelane Gate at Kruger National Park. Spoke to that person, means that's their contact, and you allowed them to drive in, and then suddenly after driving, and then the car stopped. I'm like, okay, now these guys are gonna kill me now. And then he said, "Get out, you dog." And he took because I had a little bag, took my bag with my clothes and threw it at, and then I stood there, I was looking, since they're carrying big machines, maybe they want to shoot me from a distance. And I saw the car disappearing. And then I started composing myself, and I started walking around, and I see Springboks. Okay, Springboks.
So you suddenly
like I see zebras, giraffe, like, oh,
where the hell am I now?
And then,
so they just left you there in the middle of the Kruger.
And then it dawned on me that these guys left me in the middle of Kruger, hoping the Lions will finish the job that he started. So now I'm walking I'm disoriented. I don't even, because I was beaten up badly. So I started hearing, as I'm walking, here, like the cars, this side, there's some cars. So I walk until I get in, and that big fence of Kruger. I jumped it the night before from Mozambique, the fence between South Africa. So it was now, this one was like, okay, I've done it last night. So I jumped. I managed to hitchhike, and the guy gave me a lift to Malelane. I made a reverse call to my boss. I said, boss, I've been beaten up, and this is the situation.
Okay, there are a few things I want to say about this clip that you just watched. Number one, please, if you want to watch the whole episode, you can go to SMWX. That's where you'll find the whole interview there. What I want to say is, listening to this story, this is not something that happened last year. This is an old story, something that happened. This is a story that he's telling, something that he once went through. So number one, he's telling us that there are actually syndicates that are moving people from Mozambique, Swaziland, to come and do work here illegally. So we are seeing people marching every day, going to the street, marching against illegal foreigners that are here taking jobs for South Africans, right? We are hearing political leaders like Cabo Julius Malema and also leaders from the ANC saying illegal foreigners are not the reasons for unemployment here in South Africa, are not taking jobs from South Africans. But now when you are starting to listen to stories like this, and then find out that there are things that happens behind the scenes, like these ones, like this story, that they are actually, it's actually a business, whereby someone is making it a business to recruit people illegally from other countries to come and do work here, like to take over from imisebenzi efana nasema-mine, nasema-farms, and also construction, to build the very same houses that people from townships are staying in, RDPs. So I don't understand when people are saying, no, foreigners are not taking jobs. Like, you need to search, you need to listen to people like this one. This guy is not just anyone. This is a journalist. This is an investigative journalist, if I'm not mistaken. So he has done a lot of good work here in South Africa. He's someone who's well known, So he's not just anybody, So this is why I've decided to add this clip here as part of this video, so that we can just have it here, so that it might maybe open some other people's eyes. People actually that says, no, illegal foreigners does not take opportunities for South Africans. No, it's not true. People that are saying this and this and that, So these videos are coming out. It's like the truth is coming out now, while other people are denying it. And the same people that, the same leaders that people vote for, the reason why they are leaders is because South Africans has given their votes to them to say, we vote for you to fight for us. But unfortunately, when it comes to situations like this, people are there. They are always on their own. They are always against the government. They don't support it. They don't support them. I'm saying this because if you watch news and follow news, you will hear that most of the government officials, they don't support the march. We have heard what Thabo Mbeki was saying. We have heard people like Julius Malema. I've posted video of Mbuyiseni Ndlovu also here. He was totally opposing the march. So there are many that are against this. So you ask yourself, and then Labantu Abafana Laba that has information, why this information is not out there? Why are we not seeing this kind of information in platforms, in a mainstream media like about SABC? Because this guy is a journalist. So it means there's a way of also of hiding particular information or certain information to the public, so that we don't know about it, So thanks to SMWX for bringing this man as a guest, so that he will give us this kind of information, especially at this period that you are facing here in South Africa of illegal foreigners, or where we have people that are marching against illegal foreigners. Please also share your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video. Let's keep going.
The reason
uvotiwe ngo-2024 kwenzakaleni
2024 i-ANC ayiwinanga ngoba iwine amavoti. I-ANC ngo-2024 I was a party agent, number one. So i-ANC into eyenzile bekugijinywa lapho yezwa kufuneka abantu la isibayisi sekhona ingalise abantu abaningi ukuthi bagcine bengavoti yawina after ama election isebenza kanje no IEC no Home Affairs. So after my election kuthiwa kunama idea of 2000 angavotwanga ithathe IEC ithi boo ANC awucelwa umuntu straight kanjalo futhi lo wasayina phansi kwavulwa
kodwa njengoba kwakucisha imshini kucisha imshini kuvotwa kusho ukuthini lo
wayesitshelile uZuma ukuthi kuyizokwenzeka izinto kanje angithi uZuma wayekhona lapho uyazi ukuthi irojana kanjani he's been there done that so une ideology ukuthi lezi zinto bayi operate kanjani so was advised ukuthi bafowethu nikubheke lo nalokho sikuphi namhlanje
so kahle uMK
mina angisi MK ngomphakathi kodwa ukuvota ngizovota ngoba ngikhathele
uyovotela abantu
uzoba senhlizweni yami elami ivota kusiyo kwimfihlo mfowethu ngizovotela umuntu owanginika umsebenzi mina uZuma epresident nginombhede lapha engala ku 15000 ekhaya ngino 3 room ekhaya mama ngino 3 room engawakha ngisebenza efemini ngihola 18000 plus ngenxa leyo femi ya operator kusile isonto leli usebenza abantu ngoba mina ngila ama qualifications esinawo drive iphephe la lokushini zizoshara umsebenzi ohlanganiswa abantu baselokishini ukuthi ngoba abantu abasebenzi ekhista abadrava ama local uqhamuka umuntu from outside akanalo ngisho iphepha lokungena la wenza same thing lo 12 rand esufuna emgwaqweni nawe uzofuna lo 12 rand where are we going ngenzela ukuthengisa inkomo endlini nenzelana if uzela ine special skill isiphi le skill akas apply phela sisibone lokho esingakwazi ukwenza thina
ilokho enikulwelayo
yiloko ke sikulwelayo mfowethu asibi namuntu ukuthi kuthiwa kumele kufa umuntu cha ngeke umuntu esifisa uthafe wonke umuntu uyadeserve ukuphila phakathi komthunjela umuntu umhlaba siwe wethu waNkulunkulu so ukuhloniphana esidingayo mabe ngasinika le space sidile nelo kuzana
nalabo abaphezulu
ufuna state kahle then state lapho noma ngathiwa kufi MK kufi ANC kufa EFF kufa ini libe lodwa iqembu elizophatha elikhethwe ngumphakathi
kusho ukuthi mangaqhamuka iqembu nje manje emncane mhlamba ke sithi imarch and march iphenduka iqembu kungaba elethu
mina njengoSimpiwe Mbatha I will pull out
why
kuzobe ngasesiyi ideology yabo la ideology yabo bekuthi abangeni kwipolitiki benzani ba mobilizer umphakathi umphakathi uzovumelana ngezwi linye but by failing that yilezo bagcine baphushela kuphi ukuthi bafuna ukuba ipolitiki na sifta nje kupolitiki sifocus ethi nasilungiseni izwe ngaphandle kokuthi ubani ovotelayo ubani wenzani thina njengomphakathi sinalo ilungelo namandla ukuthi sithi masiya ku November sithi asimfuna IEC ungavoti if lento bayayiphikisa yenzeka manje sithi November manifuna uvotiswa IEC awuhamba uye eZimbabwe uye eMozambique uye eNigeria uyofuna amavoti khona
nidubu ukhetho
size sa announce uthe uNkosinathi la ubaphakela umthaba uthe akekho umuntu ozositshela ukuthi uyikhansela ehleli le officeini engekho la kithi emgqoqweni phansi angithi into sobe sovotela amakhansela phela sizovotela umuntu esomnokhela manje sithi kokuba sinenkinga yogesi lapha sinenkinga yesurity lapha but if awuhlangene nathi la sizokuvotela sikuthatha yilezo zinto ezenza ukuthi ipolitiki ayime ngoba isivotisa amanga
kodwa uthi uphakela uma engabekwa la
hayi mina ngiyomvotela mfowethu ngezandla zombili makuvotwa kathathu ngamvotela nangonyawo mina mfowethu ngakhulela khona eNatal ngiyabazi umtsizwa yini awulitheli straight insizwa leyo
iphelele
le yamuntu insizwa noma ningasho ukuthi udla umuthi wenzani insizwa vela ayigezi ngamanzi kodwa ayisili ixoxo
kunjalo
amanzi endoda kumele angcole kodwa lo mfowethu into anayo iyamsebenzela
kunjalo nathi sibona uShaka wale generation
ngithi la sasingekho isikhathi
simbona nje manje
realize before sengihamba nje ngibale iminyaka ngithi manje siku 2026 mawukhumbula 1976 abantu abaningi ababelwa lapha beno 35 upward up to 40 something namhlanje bano 70 to 80 labo bantu yilabo abasilidayo namhlanje ngoba bathengisa ngama leaders wabo ayelida bona ngalesa sikhathi benzela ukugwamanda lokho abagwamande namhlanje but if bona babe sebenzisana nama leaders wabo ngabe South Africa so but isolution eSouth Africa is to remove a ruling party kuphela yabona
kodwa uthini ngalo abosopolitiki abathi amamashi lawa aqhubeka ezweni anezinophobic
angithi bona nabosopolitiki ibona abalandela abantu bangaphandle yabona right now mfowethu ubantu abeke ngami bengizothi mina umuntu unephepha kana phepha akaka excuse ngani iphepha ngithi udinga ukubala so reason why must check la maphepha ama-Islam wabo abatshela bonke labantu bazofunda ungafunda kanjani na65 usukele uzofunda la una 65 years come on bafowethu mina I'm 43 years old kodwa angicaba mina ngifuna ukufunda ingane zami manje noma ngathi ngiyafunda mina ngicabanga wonke umuntu ngihlale bengithuka left right naseduduza ngikwazi bangikhomba bathi nayi le nje ngasifunda angeke ngingasebenza eduduza rank ngidrive isibheki ngisebenza ngomphakathi let's why ngithe ngizobajoyina uma ngabe kungaliwa bengashayi abantu because thina ekugcineni sikuphi sisemphakathi
hayi kunjalo
ukuthi mina ngihlale ngaziyo ukuthi mina ngenza okumthetho kodwa ke ekugcineni ngeke ucontrol for good umphakathi nathi uyogcina uphuma ukuthi senze
kunjalo uthe ubhudu ubani
uphiwe njabulo
okay hayi usuthe usuka kiphi indawo
suka la wa79
emakhaya kulapha
uyedumbe mina ngokagayini
okay hayi
ngathi edumbe ngabela ngento enkembeni
okay
indawo yakithi stop kusetsheni
hayi siyabonga
Hawu bafethu. Hawu lafa elihle kakhulu. Lafa elihle kakhulu. Bafethu. What Department of Education National kutholakale ukuthi kunama ghost workers aholelwayo imali engango 22,000. Lawo ma ghost workers shuthi kahle kahle othisha abayipoki othisha abanga exist kodwa imali beziphuma ama salaries bephuma every month bephuma ama salaries abantu abawu 22,000 abanga exist. Lo mali mawuyiqhathanisa makuthiwa mhlambe bebehola o 20,000 to 30,000 ngenyanga abantu abawu 22,000 that is equivalent roughly to 8 billion ngonyaka. Imali nje leyo ebilahleka iholela othisha abanga exist. So lokhu kuchaza ukuthi uDepartment of Education mawukuthi bekuphuma izimali zama ghost workers lokhu kuchaza ukuthi kahle kahle icapacity yokuqasha othisha laba abahleli emakhaya abantu abafundele i-teaching banayo icapacity. Bebengabaholela othisha baqasha othisha abantu basebenzi baholelwe imali. Bafethu ngeke ngicela nje ningeneni kwilink lela ku WhatsApp khona soyidingida kahle le ndaba le yothisha. Ngimema bonke othisha abahlele emakhaya abangasebenzi bonke abantu abafundele i-teaching abangasebenzi abangene la kwilink khona soqala silisebenze lelu daba ukuthi silisebenza kanjani. Kodwa nje akwazeki ukuthi imali ngalahlwa uma ghost workers awu 22,000 ekubeni bekhona abantu abangasebenzi abafundele i-teaching ebebengangena kwa Department of Education kuphindwe futhi kufakwe nabantu bokufika baholelwe babe othisha kodwa bekhona abantu abafundele i-teaching bengasebenzi ngeke ayigubhe.
Okay, I don't know what you think about what this man is saying. He's telling us that there are apparently a lot of ghost teachers that are registered that are getting paid. He has mentioned a number and also that the money that you combine per year that they use to pay those people that are ghost workers, it's about 8 billion. It's a billion or million, yeah, but it's here in this video. So I don't know how true the information is, but that's what this man is saying. Please share also at home your comment about what this man is saying. It said, we know there are so many things that are happening behind, like in these departments of government, but if you hear this information from people, and then you know that we have a number of youth that is unemployed, we're talking about people that have finished school, we're talking about qualified people here that are sitting at home. It's more especially in this video. We do have teachers. I know that we do have a lot of teachers that are not working. So if you find videos like this, or if you get information like this, it makes you to ask yourself, where are we going as a country? You know, so there are so many wrong things that this country, the ANC has put this country into. You know, that is why we see these marches, also people standing up and also fighting for themselves, because the leaders are not fighting for the people. The leaders are just eating money. They are thinking for their families, because in this thing, even if it's true, we know that someone up there is in charge of this. Someone in the parliament or in government is in charge of this. departments, because these departments, they are led by officials from the government, you know. So I don't know how true this statement of this guy is. And also the first clip that the guy that was talking about how the ANC gets the votes, also telling us that in the Home Affairs they just submit a lot of numbers without even speaking to the public to give more votes to the ANC. So I don't know about that story. Please share also in the comment. And what do you think about what my brother was saying? Let's move to another part of the video.
Uniform yase-Home Affairs uphethe notshwala ngesikhathi somsebenzi. Nabo plastic. Kusho wena ngomlomo wakho wathi uphethe utshwala ubona utshwala kwami. Umsebenzi wase-Home Affairs on Monday uphethe utshwala. Esikhundleni sabo bo-verify ama-registered foreigners bona baphethe utshwala uhlezi akakabi isikhathi selunch lesi.
Le ndoda lena isebenza ka-Home Affairs ibonakala la endaweni yokuphuza idla utshwala ngesikhathi somsebenzi. Yeah, ngesikhathi somsebenzi ugqoke i-uniform yase-Home Affairs udla utshwala ngesikhathi somsebenzi wayelizwe lonakala.
Mommy, bye bye. So, Chomi. Uncle. Omunye Chomami. Chomi. Chomi. Chomi, Chomi. Mommy, bye. So, Chomam. Ja, uphethe upapayisa la. Musukucasha sisazohlala nawe lana. Mana buka. Sisazohlala nawe la kuhamba usisiqala. Angithi? Kuhamba usisiqala mfethu noma bengani insizwa sisazohlala nazo la eSherwood. Sesiyinika igama eSherwood sathi semalawo. Yeah, isemalawo manje le ndawo. Eh? Nawo uzohamba. Nini? Mase kufika amanye amabhasi.
Azofika amanye, angazi ukuthi nini, kodwa azofika.
Kodwa wena azofika.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hayi, kungcono wafethu nijabule ngoba kuhamba ingane kuqala ngithi.
Hayi, asijabulanga kakhulu ngoba khona inkinga eningi seyibonakala la.
Mana ayinimeni kancane nje ngendaba yokuvota. Anibe ho ngendaba yokuvota, ninestefe, ninestina, niyanyanyisa. Yabo? Sibhizi kuliwa nabantu bokufika. Uzositshela indaba yomvoto, uzosidakela usitshela indaba yomvoto. Akuvotela ukunuka yini. Usivotele khona ukuthi nigxisha abantu bokufika mo. Ningazosidakelwa nini. Umuntu okhuluma nje indaba yokuvota uyanya, kusona isikhathi somvoto lesikhuluma nabantu bokufika. Kubhizi khuluma abantu bokufika, asikaze size nenza ngisho amavidiyo seniqhamuka nemilomo emkhulu engathi isibindi, nizositshela ukuthi nakuvotwe. Niyasinyela. Ngathi niyazi ukuthi noma bekuvotwa nizothola amathenda, ikhukhumaleke imlobo ibemkhulukeke nani nibe nanezise ezinkulu. Angithi niyazi ukuthi noma kuvotwa kuzodliwa kamnandi. Ningazosinyanyisa abafethu. Whoever okhuluma ngendaba yokuvota iningakhulumi ngendaba yabantu bokufika. Ngoba la maqenjana enu lawa khona iyona into engabe akhuluma ngayo, iyona into esingayivotela ke thina. Manje zokhuluma abantu bokufika nisho kanye nathi nithi abahambe. Manje nizosidakelwa nizositshela ukuthi nakuvotwa na into ebalekile. Lokho kubalekile nikhuluma ngakho. Fuseka sivoti niyasidakelwa. Akho umuntu nje ovotayo. Nalelo qembu lelo makwenzeliwe lavotelwa ngumkhonyovu laphumelela fuck off fusek. Akho ke iqembu elizosiphatha safuna lutho ke manje. Asafuna lutho sifuna ukuyiphatha ke manje. Sifuna ukuziphatha. Fuck off indaba yomvoto.
Hey, bona edolobheni ukuthi kwenzakalani, bonani edolobheni namhlanje. Ukuthi kwenzakalani edolobheni. Kuzima bakithi, idolobho linzima. Kuzima, abantu ababe safe.
From Life 2026 are off.
But let me speak to a gentleman who forms part of Malawian Pastors Association here in South Africa. Sir, thank you very much for your time. There's been concerns that you have raised about how some people have taken advantage of the situation.
Thank you so much, Zola. First of all, let me be gratitude for this opportunity which have given me for the Newsroom Africa, so that we can be able to voice our voices as Malawians who are concerned and affected here in Durban. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to present my fellow Malawians here in Durban who have been affected for almost 2 weeks now. And because of the delay of assistance, we see some people taking advantage, asking money for these people so that they can go quick as possible, where we got the order of the people who came first according to order until the flowing of numbers that people are still coming here. Therefore, we're asking our government to immediately intervene on this situation that we have here. Like today, I heard there was these vigilantism people who came to intimidate our people here. This is a barbaric actions which I'm asking the government of South Africa and the government of Malawi to speed up so that these people you see here must be evacuated here and go back home. These are human beings. They are not animals, but they are treated like animals here, which we are condemned. Africa is one. Black people, we are one family. No matter the differences that we have, it's a responsibility of the government to make sure that our people are protected, to make sure that our people are given service delivery. We didn't want to be here, found ourselves to be here. We were chased. Some of these people, they lost their belongings, and they've been sleeping here. Well, it's not a place where they deserve to sleep. I'm asking the government of Malawi and also non-governmental organizations to take responsibility so that we can unite together to make sure that more buses come to take everyone who is found to be here. Where we got the order of.
Okay, yeah, we've reached the last part of our video. If you enjoyed our video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, so that each and every time when we bring you content like this one, it comes to you as a notification. Thank you so much.